never thought I'd find myself in a situation where my marriage, built over years of trust and love, could unravel in a single conversation. But that's exactly what happened. This is my story, how betrayal, manipulation, and my decision to reclaim my life changed everything. My name is Salman. I had been married to my wife, Rabia, for 8 years. On the outside, we appeared to be the perfect couple. Steady jobs, a home we shared, mutual friends, and a bond that seemed unbreakable. I loved her deeply and trusted her completely. It started subtly. Rabia became increasingly distant. She would stay out late for vague reasons, often checking her phone secretly and making excuses that didn't add up. At first, I brushed it off, telling myself I was overreacting. But there was a growing unease I couldn't ignore. One evening, she sat me down and calmly said something I will never forget. "I think we should have an open relationship. I need freedom to explore, and I think it could be good for us." I froze. My mind raced. Open relationship? After 8 years of marriage? I asked her why, and she spoke about independence, empowerment, and excitement outside the marriage. But the truth was clear in her eyes. She had been seeing someone else. My worst fears were confirmed. The suggestion wasn't about us growing closer. It was a justification for her betrayal. I confronted her immediately. She didn't deny the affair. Instead, she tried to rationalize it, saying I was old-fashioned and controlling, and that I didn't understand modern relationships. Her words were cold and manipulative, designed to make me feel guilty. For days, I couldn't sleep or eat. The betrayal cut deep, not just because of the affair, but because it came with lies, deception, and a total disregard for our marriage. I realized that staying would only prolong my suffering and give her more power over me. I made a choice: divorce. But I also decided to take control, to reclaim my dignity and show her that betrayal comes with consequences. I gathered evidence of her affair, messages, photos, and witness statements. I documented everything meticulously, knowing that the court and our mutual acquaintances needed to see the full truth. I wasn't acting out of rage. I was acting strategically, ensuring that her manipulations couldn't affect my life or reputation. When I filed for divorce, Rabia tried to fight. She claimed emotional distress, attempted to manipulate mutual friends and family, and even tried to secure financial leverage. But with the evidence I had compiled, her attempts fell apart. The court ruled decisively in my favor. She lost claims to shared assets and any attempt to manipulate finances. Beyond the courtroom, I made sure the people she tried to impress with her freedom knew the truth. Friends and acquaintances who had admired her suddenly saw the reality behind her facade. The betrayal was exposed fully, not out of malice, but as a necessary consequence of her choices. After the divorce, I vanished from her life. I changed my routines, moved to a new city, and focused on rebuilding my life. I didn't respond to her pleas, attempts at reconciliation, or manipulations. My silence became the most effective form of revenge. She had suggested an open relationship to justify her affair, but I reclaimed control, leaving her with the reality of her decisions. Months later, I learned that Rabia's life had begun to unravel. Friends distanced themselves, family relationships became strained, and her affair partner abandoned her. The independence and excitement she sought through betrayal came with loneliness, social isolation, and regret. For me, the journey was painful but transformative. Betrayal left scars, yes, but it also taught me resilience, self-respect, and the importance of setting boundaries. I learned that some doors once closed should remain closed, and that silence can sometimes speak louder than confrontation. Choosing divorce and measured revenge allowed me to protect my life, dignity, and future. Rabia's suggestion of an open relationship was a catalyst for destruction, but it also gave me the clarity to walk away and reclaim my power. The hardest lesson is this: love without respect and loyalty is meaningless. When someone violates that trust, the consequences must be firm, and protecting yourself becomes paramount. She suggested an open relationship, but I chose divorce and revenge. And in that choice, I found the strength to rebuild, heal, and move forward, free from betrayal and manipulation.